It looks like they gave me 36 leads with 58 cost per lead, and you've generated 10 clients so far.
Welcome to my legal academy, helping lawyers work smart, scale fast, and enjoy life.
First of all, I looked and it looks like you just joined MLA in January. So welcome.
Correct.
We're excited
Thank you.
to have you. You are a PI and FMLA firm in Chicago, correct?
Correct.
Are you in any other states or just Chicago? Just
So
Illinois?
we're based in Illinois. For railroad, the FMLA is a railroad statute, and so we take railroad cases across the country. It's a federal statute, so we can go into federal court across the country. So for railroad cases, I'm across the country, but for all other PI, I'm just in Chicago or Illinois. Yeah.
Well, great. So we heard so far in the PI track, you've created some pretty amazing results. And so they're excited to feature you here and also track your progress through the end of the track. It looks like they gave me 36 leads with 58 cost per lead, and you've generated 10 clients so far.
Yeah, so right now it's at 42 leads as of right this morning. And let's see how many I have retained. I had 10. After I retained them, some I've already dropped because after the police report came out. So, but that's just normal, you know.
Okay.
So yeah,
That's still great. That's
10.
a pretty high percentage off the basis, the normal
Right.
percentage. Great. So if you could tell us, how did you hear about My Legal Academy?
So I think it was social. I think it must have been, it popped up on something. Must have been your advertising. Yeah.
A Facebook ad. Great.
I think it was an Instagram ad or something like that.
Okay.
'Cause I don't have Facebook, so it wasn't a Facebook.
Yeah, the Facebook and Instagram are owned by the same people, so it's probably
Right,
across
yeah.
the board. What were you experiencing prior to joining My Legal Academy that made you want to join the PI track?
My niche is, with railroad is obviously it's a niche. It's very particular. Well, there's a lot of different reasons. So the volume of cases was sort of going down. I sort of over the last 5 years, I sort of revolutionized my own practice as I took sole control. I used to have partners, but they are older and they retired. And so I wanted to move into more of the virtual space, like Sam prognosticates about. And so I did that a lot. I moved everything we used to have everything in-house. It was very old school, when I joined the firm, and for the first, 15 years, everybody had their own secretary. Everybody, literally all the lawyers used friggin' yellow pads and like recorders and shit. I slowly got them a little bit into the 21st century. But then once they got old, and then COVID really sort of knocked the last few guys out, and so I was able to just take over. And so then I started using like kind of remote attorneys, but more like ad hoc. Some like services, but more ad hoc, like medical chronologies, summaries, some demand letters and things like that. It wasn't systematized. And so I knew it was the direction I wanted to go. And then when I read about Sam's program, I'm like, I love systems. I'm like a type A personality. I'm like, I can work this. I know it. And so that's, I knew this could be the next level. Plus, I wanted to expand the number of cases that I was doing, but I knew I couldn't just do it on my own shoulders. And so I wanted the tools and the ideas of how to do that effectively.
Great. So since you've joined, I know you've only been in for, looks like a few weeks. You're probably there through. What has changed so far? Have you noticed anything thus far besides obviously generating the amount of leads that you've had?
Yeah, so I've switched the phone service to open phone. I brought out, when that's complete, I'm porting the 2 numbers that we use for our office right now. It'll be complete next week. I have a team in the Philippines that are gonna be my VAs. I found them through Fiverr, but they're actually a service. So you get like 5 assigned to you. So it's more like a team approach as opposed to like a one-off individual relationship type of thing. I'm going to see how that works. If it doesn't work, then I can always change it. But so I'm going to hire them as soon as the porting works and the phone service works. And then at the same time, I used to be based sort of a legacy Microsoft Exchange platform or whatever. But actively right now, I'm moving to the Google Suite platform. So I can do that. So I can have more remote VAs and ideally attorneys, kind of counsel attorneys. I think that's the direction I'm going to go in. I might hire someone on staff, but maybe more as a sort of that client services director person type of thing to try to manage it, so my assistant, but also to manage everything that's going on. So I'm just trying to use the model and trying to effectuate everything like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great because the actual information that you have access to helps with all of that automation too. So that'll be great for you.
Yeah. And then after this is sort of honed in and dialed in, I'm going to start a estate planning aspect of the business. I know that is like, that's in the wheelhouse of this. I know the other guys that I listen to, especially on Fridays, who have the estate planning business, that is a strong way, just like PI, you can generate it with this model as well. And then where the balance is this. So my PI, the other thing that attracted me to this is PI is cyclical, or not cyclical necessarily, but peaks and troughs, right? And so I'll get a big verdict, and then it'll be dry for a while, and then big verdict and dry for a while. And I'm very conservative on managing the money. So, I'll use the big verdict fee to then sustain the business until the next one, right? But if I had the estate planning business, then the revenue would be less peak and trophy and could be more harmonized month to month. And so if I get steady month to month and I can count on that, then I can be a great source to sort of balance out the revenue flow.
Yeah, that's definitely a big piece that Sam teaches.
Yeah.
So what have you found so far to be the most valuable thing about My Legal Academy?
So the technology aspect to it, I'm really into leveraging technology in order to make workflow better and less cumbersome. So definitely obviously the lead generation and all that is the secret sauce that, everyone's getting into it. It's funny, like when you see now they're like lead generation services, not really law firms, but now they're popping up all on my social now. But it's different type of, we'll see if they are successful or not. But so that part is great, but also I really, really appreciate the technology aspect, prodding me to look at, like Zaps. I love the whole theory about that and trying to get that wired in. I have that functioning with my lead sheet in Google, but just moving over to technology advanced platforms like the Google Suite and the open phone service and all that. So yeah, that's what I'm getting that value as well.
Yeah, and for sure, the Law Firm Mastery course that you also have access to, there is a lot of support in there for creating all of that. So that'll also be helpful.
Right.
Hey, hope you're enjoying the video so far. If you're a lawyer and you're looking to work smart, scale fast, and enjoy life, right below this video, you'll find a link to book a call to speak to my team so we can tell you how we've been able to help over 500 law firm owners scale their law firm. Now back to the video.
And it's also great, just, right now we're just sort of in, getting the Facebook leads generating and how to convert them and what's the best way to convert them and stuff. And I'm really good when I get to people on the phone, but like those self-limiting beliefs that Sam always talks about, it's hard. And I know I'm just a broken record. Everybody says this a lot of, this is what you guys run across all the time. Attorneys are a little bit control freaks, right? So it's hard for me to step back, right? But I'm not worried about that right now. It's like the 2 to 3 month time frame out, by June, hopefully I'll be able to delegate. But, that's some of the reason I think, like Sam was like blown away by my 10 signings out of 37 or whatever. But some of that is because I'm there, and like some of them were calling me about one case that didn't work, but because I'm prodding them and whatnot, I got another case out of it that they didn't even know that they could so that's the stuff that I have to like learn to step back from and be able to delegate from. And that part of the program is also really, really good. Sam trying to, instruct about what is leadership, who do you want to be as part of the head of the law firm? And it's not just micromanaging every single friggin' process. And yeah, so ideally, I would love if I could just, have the tools in place, have the people in place that I could set up the wheels and the wheels are just running. And then, I would love it if I could just be like the Sam and just focus on lead generation.
100%. That's definitely goal of the program. What was the goal that you established when you joined? Did you set a goal for yourself?
Yeah, so basically that. So to generate at least 1.2 a year, that was sort of it depends on the year. That's another reason why I want to do this. A lot of times we'll hit that goal with the railroad cases, but it's only when the big case settles, right? And the big cases take sometimes 3-4 years. I have a friggin' big case that will probably be tried this year, but it's a 2012 injury. That's sick, all right? Like how is that? And if you amortize that over the 13 years that we've had the case, yeah. So ideally, maybe I'll hit $1 million fee on that, but amortize over 13 years, like what the hell, yes, it's great, but like the defense lawyers really made out because they bill by the hour and bill the year. And so, yes, they're making hand over fist. Well, I have to wait 13 years to get a fee, like ridiculous. so that type of thing, I wanted to bring it back up to 1.2 on a regular, consistent basis, and more like predictable is what I need right now. And so this type of program, bringing in these leads, bringing in and focusing on, I love it. That phrase that he says is just get it done, or what is it? Get it done. Don't make it perfect, or whatever he's going to patent. And I'm going to buy that T-shirt as soon as it's freaking available, because literally that's because I ruminate like the phone service. I was doing it for a week, looking at zillion different phone services, and listening to all the stupid sales pitches or videos and all that shit. And then yesterday I'm just like, or 2 days ago or whatever, I was like, screw it, open phone. It's a good recommendation. Go, And so then I did it. I poured it in. It's working. So you just got to, get it done as opposed to make it perfect. And so that's been a great mantra that I've been, it's right here on my computer right there on the sticker. So just get it done, and it's working, so yeah.
That's great. So the last question would be, would you recommend My Legal Academy to others?
No, because I don't want any more competition, but that is an endorsement, because yes, it works, obviously. Yeah.
That's great. So I totally appreciate it. This is going to be pretty great. We're going to actually continue to track your progress, and then check back in with you when the PI track is complete. And in the meantime, you have access to obviously Law Firm Mastery and all the support that comes along with it. So we're here to support you if you need anything.
Awesome. Super. Thank you. Thank you personally, but also thank your whole team for all the help that you guys got.
Oh, will do. Thank you so much.
All right, cool. Have a great day.
Have a great one.